Hey, what's up guys, it's me Chu. Welcome back to the Minecraft Redstone video. Today, we're not going to be making, but I'm going to be showcasing 20 different redstone door designs, and well, not necessarily doors, they're mostly entrances, for Minecraft Bedrock Edition. And yes, again, I'm not going to be doing a tutorial, because, well, that would take ages to make. But anyways, let's get on with the video. But firstly, obviously since I'm not doing a tutorial, and as always, I will be providing a download link for not necessarily this world. It's gonna be, well, it is gonna be this world, but it's gonna have a nice cool spawn right over about here. And it's gonna be available in my Discord server, so you want to make sure that you're a part of that, so you can go join that. The link to it can be found in the description below. And without further ado, I suppose, let's get on with the video. First up, we have a drop-down staircase. So as you can see right here, it's a normal staircase, you know. It's pretty innocent. It looks innocent. Well, I don't think it's the imposter. Maybe, I don't know, Cyan is, I don't know. But obviously, it looks like a normal staircase, and there's a button. Obviously, if there's a button, something weird's gonna happen. Boom. I'm just kidding. And as the title would say, the name of this door would suggest, that this is a drop-down staircase. It drops down, revealing a secret room, and it's pretty cool. And obviously, if you wanted a two-way input, you can just keep a button here and link it up using redstone to this piston. And for a door like this, it's pretty compact. Look at this. This barely needs any redstone resources. And it's pretty fast too. I'd say it's pretty fast. And since I'm using a wooden button, it's gonna give me enough time. Obviously, you don't want to use a stone button for this, since that would not give you a lot of time to enter. I think it'll close as soon as it would open. So yeah, make sure to use that. And these have to be unmovable blocks. But for the love of God, don't use lodestone or even respawn anchors. Those things are expensive. Use something like Glazed terracotta, yeah, that will do. Except we have our first, not so much a door. I'm not gonna lie, it does look a bit lame, but it serves a purpose. It's more of an entrance, or heck, even an elevator. I'd say it's more of an elevator, to be honest. And what you do here is, you stand on this block and press the button, which is pretty hard to press, and boom! You can come up to here. The block gets pushed up to here, then you can get in here. Basically, this is a vertical double piston extender. I know it's pretty lame, but hey, it does the job. And again, if you obviously nobody would want to keep their button over here, so you can just keep it somewhere over here and then wire up to from there to here using a piece of redstone dust. And you can literally just insert the redstone dust straight into here. You don't even have to use a repeater or anything, and it works pretty well. And it's pretty cheap. Obviously, you need at least two bits of quartz and a bit of glowstone from the nether, so obviously you need to go to the nether first. But hey, it's pretty compact and it does the job, as you can see right here. Making 2x2 flush piston doors can be pretty hard in Bedrock due to the absence of quasi connectivity. So instead, but I have still made a fairly cheap 2x2 flush door here for Bedrock Edition. The only problem is I am cheesing it a bit here. Because this has to be on the floor due to these two pistons. But hey, where you really gonna just put it in the wall? No. But as you can see, it works pretty well for a 2x2 flush piston door. What I've done basically is I've removed these two pistons and the corresponding four pistons down over. Seriously, what's happened to me? I just can't control Minecraft anymore. I've replaced those pistons with these two pistons over here, and that's made the wiring much more simpler. Although, you wouldn't need any of this in Java. You could just keep this and that. And as you can see, it works pretty well. Again, here's it working. Next up, we have another extremely simple door. It's literally four pistons just clapping, as you can see. Clap, 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 clap. Thank God you guys don't have to suffer due to the audio that these pistons make right now. My ears are almost dead if you clap them, obviously. But as you can see, it does create a bit of a unique design, and I'd say they look pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. Really. And obviously you literally just need 6 pieces of redstone dust, 2 blocks, 4 pistons, and a lever, and obviously some blocks over here to your hallway, your decoration blocks and stuff. And it's an extremely cheap build. If you just need a door, go with this one. It works and it's pretty cool. Next up, we have a bit of an interesting door. And if you've seen other redstone door compilations, you've probably already seen this one. It's one of those doors that with the block in the middle and all of the pistons are reaching for it. And obviously this one works in Bedrock. and I've optimized it a lot. And the best part about this one is it's one wide, as you can see. For a door like this with a double piston extender, I did not expect it to be one wide, but yet here we are, and it works pretty well, as you can see right here. Next up, we have a bit of a cool door. I thought of this and I thought, could I get it working? And the answer is yes. It's a 3x3 water door. Basically, the water comes flowing down and it makes a nice solid water wall, which you can obviously get through without being hurt at all unless you drown. But then I call you an absolute serious noob because, come on, please, don't tell me you drown in this. And it's a pretty cool door, according to me. And it works just amazingly. As you can see, boom, I flick the lever, the water gets away, and boom, I can just walk past it nicely instead of having to swim through it. Hold my breath. Unfortunately, I shall be lazy and not do that. And it works pretty well. Again, I can't stop saying pretty well. Please, send help. Now for this next entrance, you might say, Pikachu, really? You're now gonna start stealing contraptions? I expected better from you. Okay, stop. I know you might think I'm stealing this, but I literally just saw Botaman's video's thumbnail and I thought, wow, that is a cool door, and I never saw the video again. But I remember this door being a thing, and I thought, it does seem pretty interesting as to like how this would work and stuff, and I made my own pillar door, not a 2x2 pillar door. Wow. And as you can see, we've got a button right here, and if I press this button, boom, this pillar opens up to reveal a secret passage. And it's essentially a door, but not really, because why would you just keep a pillar? That would be super suspicious. But like just a pillar hanging outside in the wild. And boom, you can just press it like this, and boom, it opens. And the redstone is, again, really compact. It's extremely resource efficient is a lie. It's not resource efficient at all. You need observers and stuff. But hey, it works and it's compact again. As the great Botaman once said, the more compact a build is, the more resource costing it is. I thought I'd make that jump. So we have what I like to call the smallest piston door, and obviously it's a 1x1 piston door, and yeah, it's a 1x, got him, it's a 1x4 by 1x4, aka a quarter by quarter piston door, and yes, it is the smallest piston door you can literally make in Minecraft. I don't think you can get smaller than this. Or can you? Obviously you can show me if there is actually a way to get smaller than this. But obviously what this allows me to do, it is an actual 1x4 by 1x4 functional door. So obviously you see a minecart once this opens, and you basically sit in this minecart and then exit it, and boom, you get teleported up here. So basically you go from here, like here to here, without even breaking a block or moving at all. You don't even have to like press any buttons except for the left click or right. No wait, it's right click for others. It's left click for me, and then the jump button to get out. And it's such an efficient door. And for the internal, it's wow. Like look at this. How can you say it's not compact? It's very compact. And again, the last thing I want to say is there's really no way to like use that same door to exit. You need to use like something like a 1x2 flush door to get out. Because well, there's no way to like go back unless I find one. Then I'll tell you. Next up is another entrance, really in the form of a door. What you do here, it looks pretty innocent. Again, not sus at all. It's not the imposter, but then it actually is the imposter. And you basically place an item in the furnace, and boom, this door opens up. And then once you get inside, you can just take the item out of the furnace, and boom, you're done. And nobody would ever know as long as you're holding shift/crouch/. Actually, how do you crouch on consoles? I don't know. And obviously get out. I've kept a nice little button for you guys here in the ceiling, and you basically press it and get out. It's as simple as that. Next up is the door or well entrance that everyone knew was coming, and it's the flush for the floor trap door. And I'm kind of proud of this trap door not because it's compact or anything, not at all. Look at this. This is literally raw wiring. I've not done anything here to make it compact. I'm proud of its speed. It's like you're falling through the floor. Look at this. I press the button, and boom. It might have seemed like I kind of went with the block there, and that kind of that happened to me once before too. But every time I do this, it's as fast as if I'm falling through the floor. And obviously once I get in, I can just press this button and boom, it closes up. And then I can press it. Now, you might ask, how do I get out of this? There is no slime block. And that's a common misconception with trapdoors. And the answer is you don't actually need a slime block. You can just stand where the piston would be, and the piston is automatically gonna take you up. It's a glitch, and I don't know if it's in Java or not, but it sure is in Bedrock Edition. Next up is another one of the interesting doors. So obviously people don't really build 3x3 piston doors because of the middle block. It can be pretty tricky to get it back over here. But so a famous alternative is the 3x3 Etho door with the middle just missing. It's just not there. But obviously that can look a bit bland just by its own. So what I've made here is a 3x3 spiraling Etho door. And obviously right now I'm recording, so it's kind of like being weird. And that happens a lot in 1.16. I don't know why it's so laggy in 1.16. I hope they fix it. But as you can see, it works extremely well. And I've covered up the net here because it looks better when I cover up the net. And as you can see, it looks extremely amazing. And you might think spiraling slows you down and you have to wait for it to be complete, but not really. Once this block opens up, you can literally just walk through it. As you can see right here, this is the first block that gets retracted, and boom, I can just start walking through it. And it's absolutely amazing. I love this one. Next up we have another a bit lame door, but hey, it's pretty cool. It's basically a 2x2 piston door, but instead of regular blocks, it's using stairs. The thing with stairs is that obviously they're not a full block, that you have a quarter missing, and that can lead to some interesting shapes. So as you can see, I have a square but with a square missing, and that doesn't necessarily happen in Minecraft. Actually, now that I think about it, this is an entire block missing, while there's all 4 blocks filled. That's pretty interesting. And obviously these, you can make several shapes, but not just stairs. There's a lot of full blocks that aren't full blocks in Minecraft, like slabs, or heck, even lecterns. Why, no, please. And obviously you can make a lot of cool shapes with them. Next up is the door that I showed in my last video, which I kind of had to because it was kind of an important video, and it's the 2x2 target door. As you can see, if I hit either one of these target blocks, I'll just hit the lower one. Boom, the door opens up, and I can just walk through. And boom, and I think I used the lower one there, so if I use the upper one, it still works, and it still stays open for the same amount of time. Maybe a bit more due to the extension of these pistons if you hit the upper one, but it's if you like average it out, it's essentially the same time, as you can see right here. And it's a fantastic door, and let's be real, I'm gonna be biased for this one because this did lead to my discovery of target blocks for some reason, that hard powering blocks on top of them, which is why there is a piece of obsidian up here. Next up we have a not really a door, but again clearly a door thanks to the door. And what I do is step on this pressure plate, the door opens, and the magma block gets swapped out for soul sand. Then I just walk in, and boom, the soul sand launches me up to here. And obviously you want to press forward, or else you'll just get sucked back down. Obviously I'm just gonna fly out, and when you want to get out, you can just go down, hold crouch while you're on this magma block so you don't take damage, and then boom, you open the door, and then you don't even have to close the door closes automatically. And you might remember my video on the one wide block with the one wide fancy floor lighting, which is essentially a block swapper. And if you just go too wide, you can literally make it. This might just be the most compact thing I've ever made in my entire life. I mean, I haven't lived for that long if I think about it, but still, this is really compact. And I just couldn't shave this off, unfortunately, because I needed a repeater over here. But otherwise, if I can shave it off somehow, this will become a 2x2 by 5 design, which is really compact. But at the end of the day, this works just the way you'd want it to. You can even sprint to the door and nothing will happen. It'll actually swap out. Boom. Next up we have a bit of a lame, but a bit of a cool one. Obviously, sometimes you just don't have redstone resources, but you don't really want to make a 2x2 door. So again, I've gone with the same solution as I went for that door over here, the 3x3 thing. And it's a 2x2 spiraling door, haha. And I've not covered up the net to make it look any fancy or anything. Actually, I'd say it'll look better without the net. It's just that I don't want to get community striked, the community guideline strike thing. Yeah, so I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna keep the net covered for now. If you want to remove it, sure, but I don't recommend doing that. And obviously, but I'd say it looks pretty cool. And again, it's extremely efficient. You just need 4 pistons and a couple of torches, and that's literally just redstone dust with a stick. And would it really kill you to just get a stick? So yeah. Next up is my second favorite door from this video, because I personally think it's pretty cool. And there's an interesting backstory to this one. It's because I thought of this a long time ago, but I just couldn't get it to work. And then I gave up on it. Then I came back and reworked the entire thing, and now it works. And there's a bit of a funny one. So when I press this button, the floor opens up and out comes a guard. So you can scare them thieves away, and you can even kind of use this as a way to jump scare your friends. And then once you've authenticated yourself, you're like, okay, it is me, let me in. So you can just press this button, and he goes back to his nice little home. I mean, I'd say if this is a home, then get what's wrong with you. Insert the what's wrong with you Reggie thing.
What's wrong with you?
So obviously, yeah, you don't want a door like don't want a home like that. But for a guard, that's fine. And then you can just walk in, and there's obviously an input on both sides, so you can press this button again, and boom, he comes back to do his duties. Not saying it the wrong way this time. In 1.16 Bedrock Edition, sand doors got essentially patched out. They weren't supposed to be patched out, but a bug got introduced and that broke sand doors. But I've still managed to make a working 2x2 sand door in Bedrock Edition. Now obviously I can't go above it because the machinery gets complex, and that complex machinery requires that bug to not exist. But obviously the bug does exist, therefore meaning we can't go above this. But hey, I still have a working 2x2 sand door in Bedrock Edition. As you can see, it works perfectly. Now, again, you might think this is a bit slow, and that's because it won't be slow. It's just because of the T flip-flop I'm having to use, because of Bedrock Edition being absolute stupid. And I hate Bedrock Edition, please, they should cancel. No, I'm just kidding. But still, I've had to use this T flip-flop, which is making it slow. But if you were to build this normally in your own world, you'd want to build a T flip-flop that looks something like this, the normal one that I use in every single one of my videos, with a dropper facing upwards, a dropper facing over there, then a comparator coming from that dropper, taking an output from it, and then you want to place an item inside this dropper, and that's how you would make a regular T flip-flop. I'm having to use this one because for some reason in these blocks the T flip-flop won't work correctly. Because Bedrock Edition, am I right? Next up we have another simple door, and it's a fence door. As you can see, if you have something like a pen, then you want to build this, but again, instead of using a pressure plate here, you want to keep a button, otherwise you will lose all of your animals. So what this does is that when you step on this pressure plate, boom, the fence goes down, and then you can walk in. And then you have a button on this side because you don't want this to be a pressure plate at all, unless this is not for a pen or something. And then you can just press this button, and boom, you can get out. And the problem that I used to have with this is that I could keep the pressure plate here, but then I realized how good pistons were, and that essentially solved my problem. And as you can see, this is extremely compact. Like, wow, and I'm technically cheating a bit here because there has to be an empty block in front of this redstone block so you can actually push this redstone block out, but otherwise this works extremely well. Boom. Next up we have the 2x2 lava door. Now why didn't I make it like the 3x3 water door? But that's because, well, that would feel really like, be cheating, like, essentially, because I'm getting 2 doors for the price of 1. But I had other reasons too, because the lava would take ages to flow down, and that would require a really big pulse extender. So instead I left the lava for a 2x2 variant with using dispensers, and that one is extremely fast. As you can see, I can just stand on these pressure plates, boom, the lava is gone. Then I have to stand here for a bit, and then I stand here, and boom, in lava. And it's extremely simple, and obviously it's dual-sided. Boom, boom, and boom. Nice. And finally, we have a door that's pretty much my favorite door of all time. I love this. And it's kind of a nod to a very OG trend, because obviously nobody really keeps a painting in their Minecraft base other than for secrets. And obviously, if you're a true Minecraft player, when you see a painting, you'll try to walk into it. But obviously I'm walking into this and nothing is happening. Boom. There is no thing. So one might think that, well, seems like this guy is an idiot and he's just using paintings for normal stuff. But no, actually I'm smart, and there is a secret behind. As you can see, if I take my key card and if I throw it onto this specific block right here, and then if I walk in, I can actually get inside the door. So as you can see, it's essentially a key card door in disguise. The iron door is blocking me from getting in. And obviously once, you know, the machine is like, okay, this is the actual dude, or someone stolen my key card, then it'll return me my key card, and boom, it just works. And obviously if I want to get out, I can just press this button, and nice, I can get out. And obviously if someone tried to use a lever to open that door, they wouldn't be able to open it because it again uses my uses a redstone torch, therefore meaning one won't be able to get in using a lever of some sorts. And again, this is not really compact again, because look at this. This is a lot of wiring, but since I thought this was such a fun idea, I had to include it in the video, and so I did. And this was the final door. Thank you so much for watching. Like it if you enjoyed, subscribe for more of this. And yes, the next video will be making the impossible possible, and it's actually going to be much more fun than the last one because it's not redstone related. Ooh, this is going to be a really fun one then. And yeah, I'll see you until the next video, so goodbye!